Hey everyone, Chris here with more stories in cardboard. Today we're going to continue to do the set spotlight on 1955 Topps All-American set. I have 4 cards to show to you today. Those are going to be cards number 7 through 10. The first card is card number 7. This is Andy Bershak of the North Carolina Tar Heels. He was a two-way player for UNC and a two-time All-American in 1936 and 1937. And he also played 3 years for the basketball team while he was at UNC. Now in 1938, after his college career was over, he became the first Tar Heel player ever drafted in the NFL. Now unfortunately, during his senior season, it was discovered that he had Bright's disease. And he never actually played in the NFL, but went back to his alma mater and helped coach UNC, the football team there. And sadly, he passed away when he was just 28 years old. Now, one of the things that I love about this 1955 Topps All-American set is the shield in the bottom left-hand corner here. And I love the game action photos. And I think this is just a really nice looking card here. Next card we have is card number 8. This is George Kafko. He played for Tennessee, for the Tennessee Volunteers from 1937 to 1939. This is just a really cool picture. Just that look of intensity on his face. And I love the background photo there with the LA Coliseum. And I really like the orange jersey here. And I think it looks great with the green border here. Now, he played for Tennessee from 1937 to 1939. He played multiple positions. He was a halfback, a quarterback, a safety. He returned punts and kicks, and he was also the team's punter. Now, he helped lead Tennessee to their first major bowl win during the 1938 season when the unbeaten Tennessee Volunteers defeated the then unbeaten Oklahoma Sooners 17-0. Now, the following season was a really amazing year for the Tennessee football team. They went the entire regular season without allowing a single score. Their opponent scored not one single point. But then in the Rose Bowl against USC, in a game where Kafko missed the game due to injury, they ended up losing in the Rose Bowl to USC that year. Now, he was the number 1 draft pick in 1940, played 1 season in the NFL before serving in World War II. He ended up coming back from the war, played a few more seasons, never really did a whole lot in the NFL, but had a great college career and obviously was considered at the time one of the top All-Americans when this set came out. Next card we have here is card number 9. This is Tom Hamilton. He played for the Naval Academy from 1924 through 1926 and was a key player on the 1926 National Championship team. Now, this was an era when the Naval Academy was one of the better football teams in the country. Now, he, like many players during this era, he served in World War II also, and he served on the USS Enterprise, which was nicknamed the Gray Ghost because of the number of times the Japanese had claimed that they had sunk that ship. Now, during his time serving on that ship, he served first as a flight deck officer and then as an executive officer, and briefly he was the commanding officer of that ship. So he did a lot, not only on the football field, but just in life in general. He was a rear admiral in the Navy and had a really decorated career in the Naval Academy and in the U.S. Navy. And then the last card I'm going to show is card number 10. This is Bill Dudley. Bill Dudley, this is an interesting guy. And I know some people kind of recognize the name maybe and that he's a Hall of Famer, and I think sometimes people kind of gloss over just what kind of career this guy had. But anyhow, Dudley was just 17 years old when he played his first college football game for the Virginia Cavaliers. In just the second game of the season, he got his chance to play after some injuries forced him into action. Now, despite losing a close game against powerhouse Navy, he did score his first collegiate touchdown game in that game. He was just 17 years old when he did that, which I just think is really amazing there. But throughout his college career, he was a player who he was a guy that kind of helped bring Virginia football to national prominence, and it ultimately culminated during a Thanksgiving game against rival UNC, a team they had lost to 14 straight times. But on that day, on that Thanksgiving day, Virginia beat UNC 28-7 in a game where Bill Dudley ran for 3 touchdowns. He threw for another touchdown, and he kicked all 4 extra points. So now when his career was over, he was also the number 1 draft pick in 1942 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in his rookie season, he led the league in rushing. Now, again, as a lot of players during that era, it was a time during where World War II had broken out. And so he also went to serve his country in World War II, was there for 3 or 4 years, and ended up coming back. And he just kind of picked right back up where he left and ended up having a stellar NFL career. He played for 3 teams during his NFL career. He played for the Steelers, the Lions, and the Redskins. And I just love this card. I'm a big fan of the Topps All-American cards that have these kind of orange borders around the cards. And I think this is a great pose of him that shows the bullet kind of getting ready to run through the line, if you will, in that pose. And it's got a great action photo in the back as well. And Bill Dudley is a great card to pick up if you want to pick a really interesting player and a Hall of Famer up at a very reasonable price. He has a lot of other cards, or a few other cards. He has a 1948 Bowman. He's also in the exhibit set. He has a 1948 and a 49 Leaf, and he also has the 1950 and 51 Bowman football cards. And his 51 Bowman football card, I think, is one of the best looking cards in the set, personally. It's just a beautiful card. So if you want to pick up a really interesting football player that had a significant career and don't want to spend a whole lot of money, the Bullet Bill Dudley is a great option. That's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little something about a player maybe you didn't know too much about or never even heard of. I appreciate you watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time.